Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we are testing Essence Beauty. A few of you have asked on my social media to try these products, and I'm so excited because I went to Wilkinson's today and I noticed that everything that they sell, or at least the products that I was checking, are all under £4. And that is absolutely mind-blowing because let's just be honest, drugstore products nowadays are getting a little bit out of hand when it comes to pricing. Anything can go up to £20 at the drugstore. So when you find a brand that has everything or nearly everything under £5 or £4, it's absolutely amazing. So I have a foundation, bronzer, an eyeshadow palette, and so forth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get started. I applied my moisturizer and primer off camera because they are not from Essence Beauty. I didn't really see any primers on the display, so I'm not entirely sure if they actually have it. So please comment below if you know they do. Picked up a foundation, and the foundation that I have here is the Essence Pure Nude Makeup. It's supposed to give you a natural finish. The shade that I have here is shade 20, Pure Sand. It comes in a 1 fluid ounce bottle, which is 30 ml of product, and it tells you at the top that it's supposed to give you a no makeup feel. So I'm going to remove the little sticker here because I haven't even swatched the foundation. I'm not sure if this shade is going to work for me because they only had like 3 shades available, so we're just going to make it work. It comes with a pump, which is absolutely amazing, and it feels really light. I don't even know, it feels like there's nothing in there, but I can hear a little bit of product moving. So I'm just going to, oh, it came straight away. So here is the foundation. It's quite liquidy, as you can see. It's just running down my hand, and now I'm just going to dot my face as I always do to disperse the foundation evenly throughout my skin. I don't know if it has a foundation scent or just, I don't know. It doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell amazing either. To blend in the foundation, I am using my Sigma F80. And we're just gonna start blending and see how it goes. Seems to be blending nicely, and the shade doesn't seem that bad. I'm always worried about shades because I have a lot of yellow undertone in my skin, but this one just seems to be blending in okay. I'm going to apply another pump or two to see if I can build a little bit of coverage, because if you have breakouts like I have right now, or just a lot of discoloration, just 2 pumps are not going to do the job for you. So the foundation feels really light on the skin, which is great because it's one of their claims. It doesn't give you like a makeup feel on the skin. I would say this is better for somebody who doesn't have a lot of flaws to cover, because I can still see my breakouts, especially the darker ones like this one over here. So I would say this is more like of a light to maybe buildable coverage to medium. What I've noticed as well is that it's not clinging to any of my dry patches, and it's not enhancing my pores, which is really good. I couldn't find a concealer that would really suit my skin tone. Everything was kind of like too light or a little bit on the pink tone, so I didn't want to look ashy, so I skipped that. So the concealer that I have, I've done it off camera. Now I'm going to move on to setting my makeup, and the product that I have is the Essence Stay All Day, and this is a translucent fixing powder, and it comes in a tub like this. Is a loose powder, and it comes with 0.38 ounces, which is 11 grams of product. So as I mentioned before, I haven't touched any of these products. I'm going to open if I can. I find these things always so difficult. They put them so close. So I'm going to open this little plastic stopper. Oh, there's powder going everywhere. I applied this much powder, and I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush to set my under eye. This picks up a lot of product brush. Just to avoid my concealer creasing. It has no scent. But there's a lot of powder just flying around. I'm going to go ahead and set my face, and I'm using an Equal Tools brush. And I'm just going to lightly dust the areas where I get oily. Having a closer look at my face, I feel like the powder did a really good job at mattifying my skin and setting both my concealer and foundation. But I feel like a little goes a long way, so try not to apply too much of this powder because it can look a little bit cakey. Moving on to brows, I have two of their Make Me Brow products. One is the gel mascara and the other one is the Duo eyebrow powder. And the shade that I have is 01 Mix It Blonde. I just found that the other one was a little bit too dark. I'm just reaching for my mirror. I thought that the other one was a little bit too dark, so I'm going to be mixing the two shades and see how it goes on my brows. I am using a Smashbox brush, just in case you guys are wondering. Okay, just by touching, I feel like this is actually quite pigmented. So I'm going to use the dark one first and see if it does anything. Oh, yeah, very, very pigmented, I have to say. Moving on to the brow gel, I have this in shade 02 Brownie Brows, and oh, it has a really, really small wand, which I really like. Looks a little bit wispy over here, but we're just going to set them and see how it goes. It has a little bit of fibers. You can see fibers building up on my eyelashes, really, on my eyebrows. So I guess you could use this product without filling them in with a powder or a pencil, you know, if you have already full brows and stuff like that. Moving on to eyes, I have one of their eyeshadow palettes. This one is called All About Bronze, and I love the packaging. It's acrylic. You can see the shades, whether it's closed or open, so I find that really, really nice. Although a lot of us prefer a mirror in the palettes, I don't really apply my makeup on the go, but because I'm applying now on camera, and I would have preferred it to have a mirror so I could just apply it like that, but hey. It doesn't have any matte shades on here, which is a little bit of a disappointment, and I feel like some of the shades on the palette are a little bit similar, like there's not a lot of difference. I noticed that these ones are quite different than the one that I swatched up here, and that one, they felt really buttery, but there's not a lot of difference between the shades, but we'll see how it goes. So the first eyeshadow I'm going to apply is going to be this one right here, and I was going to do it like that. There's no mirror. It's so annoying. I don't see any fallout, and the eyeshadow actually seems to be quite buttery. I do like this eyeshadow. It applied really, really nicely. There is no fallout on my face. And it's a very subtle kind of like shimmery shade. I do really like it. So let's see what we could use besides that one. I think I'm going to go for this darker one right here in the corner because I want to smoke out this look just a little bit. Okay, this one is really pretty. Next, I'm going to be applying this goldy shade right here, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. It's so buttery. I'm going to apply that in the center of my eye just to add a little bit more oomph to this look, because I feel like the shades are not very different from one another. Next, I have a eye pencil. This one is called the Essence Easy Glide and Waterproof, Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Silky Nude, and I'm going to be applying this, if I can open it, on my waterline. I have one from Rimmel, which is really, oh gosh, this one is really pigmented. You guys see that? Super pigmented. So let's see how it goes. Wow, this is super pigmented and easy glide on, as they say. I am shocked because usually I have to drag a little bit the pencils that I use. This one was very easy. Wow. Next, I have the Essence Superfine Waterproof eyeliner pen. I don't usually buy waterproof of nothing, but for some reason I feel like really affordable brands, sometimes I have to buy waterproof because they smudge a little bit. So I decided to go for this one, and I'm going to be applying it now. Wow, that is a huge little pen. Let's see how it applies. Okay, so far I have control. And it's quite pigmented. Not bad. I was able to do my wing straight away. I don't like to go all the way in, but so far this has done a really good job. Moving on to mascara, we have the Essence Maximum Definition Volume Mascara with a flexible brush. Let's see. Oh, I like brushes like this. Absolutely love it. It's synthetic, I would say, or plastic. Synthetic. I think it's plastic. Let's see what it does, if it gives me volume, definition, what it does. Let's just see. Okay, the formula is wet, like it's a wet formula right off the back. I can see that. It's giving me tons of definition, which is something that I love. I wouldn't say it's giving me volume right now. It's definitely making my eyes or my lashes look a lot more noticeable. I think they look a lot longer. The wand really catches the lashes. That's what I really like. It catches the lashes really nicely. It doesn't pick up a lot of product from the tube, which is good. So my lashes are not clumping whatsoever. After all those coats of mascara, I am done with the eyes, and I'm going to move on to my complexion. And I have one of their bronzers. This one is called the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This one is for lighter skin. I feel like lighter skin, I don't know, I think this is more for medium. And then if you are light, I don't know how this would look. I find this massive. Love the packaging, the acrylic, and it's quite sturdy. The shade that I have is 01 Neutral, and it just tells you that it gives you a naturally sun-kissed tan, perfect for lighter skin types. Not entirely sure about that, but I'm going to be applying it with a Sigma brush, and I'm just going to try my best. Ooh, there's a lot of powder kicking back, so yeah, it feels a little bit powdery, and it smells like, I don't know, coconut. It smells a little bit like coconut. Let's see how it applies on my skin. Okay, it's definitely showing. So I'm safe, although I'm not light. When I think about light, I think about Caucasian people. So I'm more of a medium skin tone. So I don't know what they're trying to say with this shade. But it's definitely showing up, and I like it. It's a very subtle bronzer, which is right up my alley. Let me just pick up a little bit more. and then go to this side. So I'm going to quickly use the bronzer as a transition shade for my eyeshadow. Didn't even think about that before. Just adds a little bit of warmth to my eye look. I like this bronzer. Next we have the Essence Light Up Your Face Luminizer palette, which once again comes in really cute packaging. I absolutely love that they're acrylic and you can see everything. It comes with two highlighters which are somewhat shimmery. This one is matte. I'm not entirely sure what this is. I'm not going to use that. I think I'm going to go for the middle one, and I'm going to apply it first on my nose. See if it shows. Yeah, it definitely does. And I like applying my highlighters also on my chin because foundation is matte, so having a little bit of a highlighted chin, it just makes everything look a little bit nicer. And I'm going to apply it also on my cupid's bow. Okay, that looks a little bit ashy on me, so I'm going to remove it a little bit with another brush. Having a closer look, I am not entirely sure about this highlighter. I feel like it's looking a little bit ashy on my skin, and it is a little bit on the glittery side. So if you have large pores like myself, steer away from this because it's going to enhance your pores. And I also don't think it blended all that nice. And I don't think it's to do with this brush, although it's a contour brush. I use this a lot for highlighting, and I don't think that the highlighter is sitting very nicely on my cheekbones. Moving on to blush, I have the Essence Mosaic blush, which is in shade Miss Floral Coral, and it looks so pretty. It looks really, really nice. So to apply this blush, I am using a Sigma F10 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it is a little bit on the powdery side, but let's hope that it applies better so I can blend a little bit of this highlighter away. It's a little bit more subtle than I was expecting it to be, but that's not a bad thing because some blushes can be so pigmented and then you just look really, really harsh on the skin. This one actually looks nice, and it's definitely helping me blend in this highlighter that I have on my cheeks. Moving on to lips, I have an Essence, what it's called, Long Lasting Lip Liner in the shade 07 Plum Cake, and it's one of those retractable pencils. It actually has a lot of product because there's a lot of it already sticking out, so let's hope that it glides just as the eye pencil that I used before, and it's supposed to be long lasting, so hopefully it will stay the entire day. Right off the back, I really like this shade, and apologies for my lip. As I mentioned in the beginning of my video, I've been really ran down, so my lips were quite sore a week ago. It's going on so smoothly. It's just gliding on my lips. I would even go as far as just leaving it like this, but I have another lip product to use. But the shade is really, really beautiful. I don't want to go further in my lips because my lips are sore, as I mentioned before, but wow, this is a really, really pleasant surprise. I really, really like this shade. And on top, I'm applying the Essence Matte Long Lasting Lip Gloss in the shade Beauty Approved. And this is the last one in this shade, and I absolutely love shades like this for every day. From what I can remember on the stand, it was saying it's new. I'm not entirely sure. Sometimes it says it's new, but it's been out for a good few months. But yeah, it's a doe foot applicator here. It looks pretty thick, the formula, and it smells, oh God, it smells like candy. So let's apply this. It's going on very smooth. So this is the finished look. I really like how my makeup has turned out, especially my lip combination. The mascara was amazing. I really like it, and the bronzer and the blusher as well. I think one of the products that really disappointed me in this video was the highlighter, but I will be updating you guys throughout the month whether I'm going to feature this in other videos or on my monthly favorites. But so far I really like it. My favorite product out of everything that I tried today, I have to, it's the lip pencil and the mascara. I think they are amazing, especially for the price point, and I really enjoyed doing this video for you guys. So let me know in the comments below what products from Essence you would recommend. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a good thumbs up for me. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.